Hi guys, it's Jamie here. I have pulled out some scrap pieces and a box full of scrap pieces from a previous project. See, I haven't even labelled it up because it's scrap pieces. And we're on to a page that is opposite a page of yellows, so we'll stick with that general colour theme. First thing I'm going to do is edge a few bits and pieces in vintage photo, but I also want to get things so that they fit. The quickest way to do that is just to rip down some edges. Thinking about putting some coffee stained paper behind some of this, but I haven't got a piece big enough. Maybe I won't, I don't know yet. I'm going to use this tear away, that way, there. We can always add bits, so I will add this corner piece to the background so that it lines up. Edge that side first. I'm just going to run down all the bits that haven't been stained. Burnish everything down. I try to pull the glue towards the edges as much as possible, as well as go along the edges. I do have some pieces here from the scrap box. For example, that's actually a sticker, so is that. And we could just do the sticker on there and then maybe decorate it as well. Having turned that over, use some scissors to trim up the edge. I'll use this scrap of paper just so I can re-ink the edge where we've now got new pieces on top of stained pages. In this box we have lots and lots of yellow pieces, so I'm assuming this is my yellow box. I've also got these cutaways which actually have the days of the week on, but if I can find a way to cover that up, we might make that our writing. So we add a border to this piece, big piece of sunflowers there. That one sticks out just a little bit. I have some fussy cuts. That's quite a modern looking vase. What we could do is write the question in that box and then the answer on those lines. I need something over here because none of these have been cut particularly straight. I want a little something that kind of takes away from the wonkiness of the lines. Doing that would replicate that corner. I have the tiniest of butterflies there, a small number. All of this is just to detract the eye from any angles that shouldn't really be there. Might do is stamp the circle one, take that off the page, stamping some of it. This will be the point where I look at the whole page and say, okay, what am I not liking? Well, one thing I'm not liking is all of this being on an angle. And therefore my solution to that is going to be to take some of my napkin that we've already used in previous projects, tear a piece off, run that down the edge with the coat lightly over the top to disguise the crookedness on that part. Here I can do that joining flower. Hopefully that Mod Podge is strong enough because it's slightly watered down because I keep my brush in water. As you know, I have a tendency to over decorate. I'm not sure that matters too much. All that I'm going to do now, it's dry, is take down these edges. Once those edges are down, get that distress vintage photo, go back over them. This page is now ready for today's question. Today's question: what emotional baggage should you be rid of, and how might that be done? When you come back to a page and you filled it out on the page, if there are things you don't like about it, now is your opportunity to add some extra pieces and potentially fill in the gaps. I'm just going through a scrap box here, not keen on where I wrote that date. The idea of putting a few extra pieces down as finishing touches, something along those lines. Here's the very, very final version of the page. As you can see, I've added a cluster into this corner and filled this gap with a couple of fussy cuts. It's a busy page. I quite like busy pages. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time.